Yes, welcome back to the Watford Way. Today, as we look back at Watford's 1-1 draw away at the Cardiff City Stadium. You could argue it's a European away day for Watford. Finally, we make it to Europe, or at least cross the border into another country, as Watford, of course, travelled to Wales to face Cardiff City, as I just said. And yeah, it was a very odd game, actually. Obviously, Watford going into the game, I was surprised at the changes he made. I was actually quite pleased at the changes he made because I felt the team had become stagnant in recent weeks. And I felt that some players hadn't warranted the playing time they had been getting. So for me, to see the changes Ismail made was promising, it was good. And I, for one, was quite happy with the changes he did make. Jake Livermore come into the team, who's a natural DM. Yes, you could argue he maybe should be in a football retirement home. I'm joking, of course. But yeah, he come into the team. Imran Louza dropped to the bench, which I think was a good decision to make and a big decision to make as well. Edu Kayembe come into the team to maybe add a bit more physicality alongside Livermore. And Ryan Porteous, again, he's been not performing in recent weeks. He was dropped to the bench. And Francisco Sierralta reverted back into that centre-back position. So I think for me, the changes Ismail made were bold, they were big, and that's what a manager should be doing. They should be taking big decisions and stamping their authority on this Watford team. No player, regardless of the natural talent they have, should be guaranteed a starting place week in, week out. And we've seen that so far this season. Imran Louza being punished for turning up late to training. Ben Hamer, our backup goalkeeper, being dropped from the squad due to discipline issues. So Ismail's making the big decisions. Yes, the first half, again, was dreadful, but I think that's where Watford are at the moment. We've failed to win away from home since the 2nd of January. It's not just a Vallejo and Ismail issue. It's a club ethos issue. It's a club, it's just a mentality issue at the club that's been with us for a very, very long time. I expected not to win this game away at Cardiff City. I said in my match preview, they're more likely to win than Watford are, of course. But yeah, I expected the first half to happen the way it did. Watford were really poor, not pressing the way we should have been in terms of the style of play Vallejo and Ismail wants to implement. Albeit the goal we scored actually come through Vakoun Bayo pressing the Cardiff City goalkeeper. Vakoun Bayo scoring, I believe, his 4th goal of the season in all competitions, which is a good return. And actually, I think Vakoun Bayo is on track to maybe hit double figures this season. He's not the most sexy footballer to watch. He's not a João Pedro and Ismail Assar. But what he does do is he works his arse off and he gets himself into good positions. Is he going to score every time? No, he's not. But if you give him a few opportunities each game, he might put one in the back of the net. And that's what he did against Cardiff City. Arguably, he should have had a hat-trick yesterday, really. But ultimately, he rescued a draw for Watford. And I think for me, he's definitely starting over Reece Healey and Mileta Rivic at the moment. I think Reece Healey maybe should be given more of an opportunity in the coming weeks. Again, I've mentioned before, he does offer something different going forward. He's a bit smaller, he's got a bit more pace in behind, and he's a clinical finisher, as we've seen at his time in Toulouse in France as well. But I think for me, the positives to take are the second half was much improved. Defending for the first goal was woeful, as it has been throughout the entirety of the season. But yeah, second half much improved. I like what I saw, and actually we stopped a run of defeats we were on. Before this game, it was 3 defeats in a row. We picked up a good point away from home against a decent Cardiff City side. I've had a good start to the season. The game against Sheffield Wednesday after the international break at Vicarage Road, I think for me anyway, it's a 6-pointer. It's a must win. If we don't win that game, I'd be very concerned for Watford's future in the Championship. And are we in a relegation battle? I think that's a big question I'm going to ask you guys today. Are Watford in a relegation battle this season? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching this video. It's very much appreciated. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.